He made the trip up here to hang out with me today. It was nice. It was. Did you guys enjoy the ride out on the bikes?
Essential information you need to have, or you can make it mixed.
Hey everybody, it's your good buddy 650 Eve right here, and I'm with my newfound good buddy that we were separated at birth, my good buddy Steve, and he's on his brand new 2000, I believe it's a 17 Ducati $12.99 anniversary, and he's trying to hide the fact that he was a squid and forgot his riding boots at home. You know, Steve lives in outside of Detroit, and he made the trip up here to hang out with me today and totally forgot his boots. I feel sorry for him, but I've done that before too, quite honestly. And he was so upset about it that he wanted to go to the Ducati store and buy a pair of Chinese boots, but it's Sunday, Labor Day weekend, and our Ducati store is closed. So I just wanted to capture some awesome footage of him riding this beautiful, absolutely stunning motorcycle. This is one of his newest additions to his fleet of motorcycles. If you've been following my videos, you also know that he has a Ninja H2 and about 16, 17 other bikes. So he's really a bike fanatic. We're on our way to meet some other guys here at the Sheets. Yeah, it's a crazy name for a fuel station, and I love saying it with such expressive Sheets. And we're going to ride to Pittsburgh to hook up with someone that I admire very much and who I've been following in a great deal on their YouTube channel for a couple of years now. We're going to hook up, yeah, it's a Harley. And Steve has an OGO backpack now, so no more complaints about, his stuff, you know, flying out of his backpack and his backpack being used as a parachute, because he has the updated version of the OGO. I have the old version. We're on our way to meet somebody that I look up to a great deal and admire all of their positivity and the direction and flow of their YouTube channel. We're going to hook up with my good buddy DoctaM3. We got my good buddies here about to head over to Pittsburgh. And surprisingly, none of these guys are Cleveland Fast Boys. I can't get those guys to come out with me on a consistent basis, but that's okay because there are scores of more people to ride with. You just have to branch out. Seriously? I mean, really? We just hooked up with my good buddy Kenny here on his Tuono with an Acapulco exhaust carbon fiber, and he's taking us to meet one of my inspirations and fellow YouTube content creator, DoctaM3. And we're going to check out one of Docta's awesome supercars. I think today he's going to bring his Huracan Spyder. There's some most excellent views of downtown Pittsburgh. Beautiful waterfront area. Very, very nice river area. The town looks very clean. I don't think I can call Pittsburgh the filthy streets. We would have never been able to find this place. Tucked away near the downtown area of Pittsburgh. Very nice park area. There he is, DoctaM3. What's up, buddy? Wow. Good to meet you, my friend.
Nice to
finally meet you, man.
Good to meet you as well.
Awesome.
You got a gimbal too. I use the same thing.
Yes, sir.
I need that.
Need a mic? I'll give you a link to it.
I have the big external mic, but I need that.
I'll give you a link to it, man.
All right, awesome.
So for those of you guys that don't know, this is my good buddy DoctaM3. I've been following his YouTube channel for a couple years now, and it is an honor and pleasure to finally meet you.
Same here.
Yeah. I mean, he makes awesome videos, mostly about his exotic fleet of supercars, but they're very inspirational.
as well, and I'm just a huge fan.
Yeah, thanks. I'm excited actually to finally meet you. We've been talking for a little bit, and to get to do this collab. I don't know a ton about bikes. I hope you teach me today. I like bikes. I just don't know. I don't know them like I know cars, and it's probably the same.
It's the same for me. I don't know cars as much as I know bikes. So this is a great union here that we're going to have, and we're with some of our good buddies from the Cleveland area. We're all hanging out. How are you, man?
Pretty good.
So how was the ride out?
It was nice. It was. Did you guys enjoy the ride out on the bikes?
Oh, yeah.
It was totally nice. I mean, no cops. The weather was really nice, and we got to do some nice cruising at a decent speed.
First time in Pittsburgh? Have you been to Pittsburgh before?
We come here quite a bit, but our first time extensively coming to this area, which is very nice.
It's a Shenley Park. So this happens to be the park where we hold the Vintage Grand Prix every year. So if you've never made it out to Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix, you just have to come.
Okay, we will.
It's like everything. It's cars, mostly car. Actually, it's everything with an engine.
Okay.
So there are actually also quite a few bikes that show up as well, but it's mostly about cars.
Okay.
But you gotta definitely do it. It's every July. It's second or third week every year.
Yeah, I've seen your videos on that. So we will definitely be here July 2017 for the vintage car event. What can you tell us about your newest vehicle in your fleet, right?
So yeah, this is a Lamborghini Huracan LP610 Spyder.
Okay.
And so this is the latest car from Lamborghini. It's their V10.
Okay.
So as you all know, their motors are always in the back. Actually, they haven't had a front engine motor for a long time. That's going to change with an SUV. So inside we did the sports seats.
Okay.
And
I like
I have the other one called the Red Storm. It's a red car.
Okay.
And those have comfort seats.
Okay.
Huge difference. I was a little worried about doing a rally. Doing a rally in this thing with the sports seats. They're all carbon fiber.
Wow. So they're extremely light, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we did an ad personam interior. That's Lamborghini's customization, special customization. So you won't be able to normally get these red accents on a seat like this, but we worked our magic and got them to put the car together the way we wanted. And
amazing.
So I'm so happy. I took this car through the canyons and on a rally in California and had an absolute blast on it. Yeah, that's the Italian Stampede, is one of the rallies that we did in California. And so I tend to drive my cars. I don't believe in garage
I see
trains.
that.
So
Nice. Very nice.
And so a car that's drivable is always something that I'm going to be looking for.
What other cars do you have in your fleet, DoctaM3?
Oh, yes. I'm laughing with Ken here. Probably too many.
Okay.
So I'm a Lambo guy. So I have a limited edition Aventador. It's the 50th anniversary, also known as the Avenger. It's a green car.
Okay.
We also have the coupe version of this car, which is
Nice.
a red car.
Wow.
Called the Red Storm.
Yeah.
Then there's this, and then I'm my daily driver. I've always been a BMW. My non-exotic cars are BMWs. So
Yeah.
I have the i8, which I drive every day.
I consider that an exotic car, kind of.
It is an exotic. It's not a supercar, but it's an exotic car.
Okay.
It's a little different. And then I have a BMW M60
I
V10.
thought you did, yeah.
And that's a car that like the Aventador, I'll probably never get rid of. It's just one of those special cars, naturally aspirated V10, that it's probably the last naturally aspirated V10 from BMW for a long, long time. So I'm going to keep that car.
I don't blame you. I mean, my name, 650E, for those of you, my new subscribers that aren't aware, my name derives from the BMW 650i, which is the base version of his M6. That was one of my first sports cars, luxury cars. It was a 650i, and everybody called it the 650E mobile. So I started using that name on social media and things like that, and it just stuck with me. So that's 650E for you.
And I just learned that yesterday, because I was like, what is this? So you brought a bunch of your friends out.
Yes.
And so walk me down the aisle now. Tell me about the bikes.
Absolutely.
That bike I recognize.
Yep. This is the BMW S1000 RR.
Yes.
This was a groundbreaking bike in 2010 when it first came out. It was one of the first bikes that had advanced electronics. Lean angle sensors for the track, let you know just how far you can go over on the bike without it killing you. It had a stock OEM quick shifter, which was really awesome for clutchless upshifting. And this here is the I believe it's a 2014 edition. So this is the S1000 RR. Next to it, we have the Ducati 1299 Anniversario Special Edition. This bike is a 2017 model, and it's got beautiful wheels on it, a lot of electronics features and things like that. It's the updated version of their 1199, which debuted in 2012. Next to it is a 2016 S1000RR. As you can see, they refreshed the bike rather extensively. They changed the headlights. They sort of flip-flopped the low beam and the high beam. Still keeping the asymmetric theme, but changing it over. All of the fairings on this bike are totally different, and it now features advanced electronics such as clutchless downshifting as well as upshifting, which we call auto blipper. Has that. This here is a 2012 ZX10. Notorious for having a ferocious motor. This is a Kawasaki. They're known for producing bikes that go really fast. This bike is also a track weapon. Handles very nicely on the track, and this is a 2012. Very minimal fairings, as you can see on this motorcycle. This here is my 2016 Aprilia RS-V4 RF Special Edition. This, like the Ducati, is a numbered motorcycle. This one here is 93 of 500. Yeah, and it has full Öhlins suspension, which is a beefed up suspension. This bike has a V4 motor, which is different than the rest of these bikes. They all have inline fours. The Panigale has an L-twin motor. So just a different configuration for the motor. This here is the Aprilia, your good buddy Kenny's Aprilia Tuono. It's sort of like the RS-V4. They're on a similar platform. This is more of the street riding version, more upright clip-ons, extremely more comfortable than this one. But you can also take this on the track as well. It's a great all-around daily driver. And we have another, as you can see, the S1000 is a very popular motorcycle.
Bike.
Yeah, this here is a 2015, I believe. 2015? 2015 S1000. It looks very much like that 16 over there, except it doesn't have red accents on it. And this here is a beautiful Yamaha R1. This is also a 2015 or 16? 15? 2015 R1. Very technologically advanced. This was the first year that they totally restyled this motorcycle. This person has done something similar to what you do with your cars. He has totally redone the plastics and everything on it. He's going to add a special theme to it here very soon. So all of these bikes are at the top of the food chain as far as super sport motorcycles, and my guys and I, we definitely enjoy riding them.
Well, I'm excited to finally, like I said, meet you and get these two groups of performance vehicles, let's say, together. So
awesome!
I'm excited to see what we do.
Would you mind to indulge me for a ride in your?
Oh no, let's go for it.
Okay,
let's
awesome. We're gonna go for a ride in DoctaM3's beautiful automobile Huracan Spyder. We'll be right back, guys. This is my first time in a vehicle like this. I see that the handles have opened up for me, right?
You bet.
Okay. Oh wow, this door is extremely light. Look at those gauges. Thin film transistor TFT, huh?
Yeah, so, they went, essentially when they introduced the Huracan, and they've done this on the R8 as well, there's a full TFT. You notice it's really driver-oriented. There's not a nav system. In fact, if I show you here, I have modes that I can toggle through. So you have your infotainment system. It could be navigation, full screen.
Wow, it's up there.
And it's really sharp. So this is a 12-inch TFT. And you can have it where you have your tachometer and your speed and all the essential information you need to have, or you can make it mixed.
That's nice.
So I tend to, I kind of like it mixed if I don't know where I'm going, but a lot of the times, this is the view that I prefer to see.
Wow.
So, much like your motorcycle, by the way, they have gone to putting all the controls on the steering wheel. So, unlike Ferrari that actually has an up and down, a right and left turn signal, here it is left and right and push to cancel. So there's a commonality right there.
Heck yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna head out here. I'll show you a little bit more. So, people often ask. So one of the first things you hear is, I fell in love with this car. Or the crackles. Let me have
How's that achieved?
It's all engine management. There's an exhaust system. I have what's called a sports exhaust on there. There's a race exhaust that's even louder.
What the heck?
And it's back pressure. When you get a little bit of back pressure, you kind of hear that popping. So I'm gonna take us
Well, how'd you do that? Was that an auto blipper?
Yes, yeah. So when you downshift, so what I have the car set up in now, I drive in one of a couple of modes. I only drive in Sport,
yes,
or Corsa.
Okay.
Strada is, you know, lazy, getting around the city. The shifting is not as strong. To me, I don't really like that very much. So I shift in only Corsa. Now this is a dual clutch machine.
Okay.
And so with the dual clutch, you know, the shifting is very fast, but if it's executed in a certain way, it can be very numb.
Yeah.
So the 458 I had is a great performing car, but it was so smooth you never felt the shifts.
Sure.
And one of the things I love about the Aventador and the old cars is when you shift, you know, it's very emotional. It snaps your head. Jeremy Clarkson actually hated it because it's like, it's breaking my neck. Well, yeah, that's what a supercar does.
Exactly.
If you want something that's
neutered,
exactly, then you get a Cadillac or something, or a Bentley if that's what you want. But you'll notice a very great difference between Strada, Sport, and Corsa, and you'll see it when we're moving here. When you shift, they deliberately let the gear, transmission slip a little bit to give you that kick in the butt.
That is awesome.
It's got a great feel to it.
I love these dials here for you.
Yes. So
it's kind of retro.
Yeah, it's not only that, but it's aeronautically inspired. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put the windows up a little bit because it will help us just for this part of the conversation.
Yeah.
It'll help a little bit here.
Whoa.
So that's Sport.
Wow.
Now, you notice again.
That was like being on a motorcycle, man. I kid you not. Oh my goodness.
It comes at you really fast. Now, still smooth. You didn't get as much of a kick.
Yeah.
Once I get a little bit of a straight here, I'll give you the same thing, but with Corsa engaged.
Yeah.
Wow. You're going to see the noticeable difference now.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And that was Corsa mode.
Yeah, it gets up there pretty quickly. So,
what is the horsepower and torque specs on this vehicle?
So the horsepower is 610, and I think it's 425, 428 for the torque. So this car, I mean, again, the coupe that I have, I absolutely love that car. It is just a great performing car. And in fact, one of the reasons why I ultimately sold the 458 is I would end up choosing the Huracan when I go to the garage, drive the, one of the non-Aventador. I'd end up driving that one all the time. And it's just because it has this emotional feel to it.
Absolutely.
It's great performance. You point it and it goes there. This car, in terms of its dynamics, its handling, its gearbox, is literally 2 generations ahead. The dual clutch is obviously a big part of it.
Yes.
But the chassis is a hybrid chassis. So
is it part carbon fiber?
It's part carbon fiber.
Nice.
And so the Gallardo Spyder that I had, these bumpy roads like that, you could actually see and feel it twist, the body twisting a little bit.
That's not cool.
But that's what happens whenever you chop the roof off of any car.
Sure.
With this car, though, it's imperceptible. I can't even tell you that I can perceive that body roll. I just don't feel it.
Wow.
So yeah.
Wow. Now I've got a question for you.
Yes.
Why do you prefer Lamborghinis over Ferraris?
When I was a kid, the car that was on my wall was a Diablo.
Okay.
It was a 6.0 VT in yellow.
Okay.
And all carbon fiber. Loved that car. And I've always just been a Lamborghini fan. There's no question that Ferrari has more of the racing pedigree, the racing heritage. But I have to say that, if you look at these exotic cars, you look at a Ferrari and you look at a Lambo. Ferrari is a little bit more, shall we say, sophisticated.
Sure.
Their clientele tends to be that way, not to stereotype.
Right.
But Lamborghini has always been a little bit more edgy, a little bit more bad boy, a little bit more in your face. And their designs reflect that. Their designs, you look at the Aventador, look at this car.
Yeah.
Lots of very jagged edges,
Yes.
you know, very aggressive looking.
And pictures don't really pick that up, but I noticed it immediately when you rolled up in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see that. And the Ferraris, on the other hand, again, tend to be more smooth, flowing lines. Great performing cars. But, you know, like anything else, there are things.
And the brakes seem really nice on this too. Do you have ceramic braking?
Okay. So on the 610, carbon ceramic brakes are standard.
Okay. Wow.
And so really effortless. You
Yes.
kind of get there. You get there very, very quickly.
Yeah, I noticed.
And you know, you always have to worry. It's not about speed to me. I mean, I've said this to you. We're just having this conversation that. Yeah, and lots of cars give you a ton of horsepower and great 0 to 60 time.
Yeah.
But you give me a set of windy roads that I can't go more than 35 or 40 miles an hour on, and I will have a field there, a blast, because at the end of the day, it's the driving. You know, you give me some windy roads,
Right.
I'm in heaven. I'm a pig in mud. And this car,
The sound, man, the sound is unreal. That popping is what we like from our motorcycles, and you're achieving it in a freaking car, and with the roof hanging off, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You can hear it just clearly.
Yeah. I'm going to make a video on this for my channel. One of the things that I've noticed is that maybe the coupe, the Roadster, the Spyder doesn't crackle as much.
Okay.
And it's quite possible that through engine management they kind of tone it down a little bit because you can hear so much more of it.
Sure.
Which is exactly the opposite of what
you
I want.
Yeah. Is there
Yeah.
something you think you can correct that?
Correct?
or-
I don't know. I'm going to find out. I just am starting to make the observation. I may be wrong, so I'm going to actually do a video and record both of them back to back.
That's gonna be
and
awesome
see if
video.
I can tell. So
Yeah.
this.
I see you have a special sound system?
Yes, this is their upgraded sensorium system. But then again, I always joke, why do you really need a good radio in a Lamborghini? You don't.
Right.
Because you've got an amazing V10 or V12.
How
line.
often do you listen to music in this vehicle?
Not very.
Yeah.
I mean, I should, let me rephrase that. I listen to music all the time. It just so happens to be, you know, coming from a set of V10 pipes.
Oh, wow.
So it also has, because of where we live, you've got to lift the front end all the time. Like right here is a nice big dip. And so, you know, people ask me all the time, so where do you drive these cars? And, you know, aren't you worried about them? And yes, you've got to, you know, think about it. I tend to be very aware. This thing is, you get addicted to this thing so quickly. Wow. And it literally puts a smile on your face.
It certainly does. I mean, I can't stop smiling. I don't want to get out of it, but I have to. It's not mine. Oh, boy. Oh, what a ride.
I love his license plates. DoctaM3. We had a great time rolling and hanging out with DoctaM3 today. He's a great guy. Spent a great portion of the day with us. We really appreciated it. Awesome, awesome car. You got it. And he is out of here. If you like this video, hit the like button. You can share the video with anybody you want. New videos uploaded every single week. See you, DoctaM3. Stay tuned for more videos, and as always, thanks for viewing.